Weekly update for Friday, October 16th. Okay, just to stretch out the what did Dave Sim choose to do mystery, I dug out my copy of Tetragrammaton Fragments, number 253, which is either the last issue of Tetragrammaton Fragments, or at least the last issue that I got from the United Fanzine organization, issue number 253, June 2019, which gives you a rough idea of how long the United Fanzine organization has been around. And oddly enough, the mail call letter column features a 6-page letter from me, which is actually about a 3-page letter from me, with 3 pages of excerpts from Gavin Callahan's letter that had been printed in issue 251, which was back in 2018. I've answered different parts of Gavin's letter. While Sim was celebrating Ramadan and other Islamic holidays, Muslims were slaughtering cartoonists at Charlie Hebdo in Paris and trying to do the same thing in Garland, Texas. Nor will his observance of Islamic rites prevent them from trying to do the same thing to him. Worshipping Jesus, observing Judaism, drawing the human figure in his comics. Any of these, quote, crimes, unquote, are enough to elicit a death sentence from Islamic terrorists, and Sim will be no exception. And I replied, well, I don't, quote, celebrate, unquote, Ramadan. I observe Ramadan. I get odd cards from Reflections on Islam, but apart from eating normally when Ramadan is over, I don't gorge myself any more than I gorged myself on Christmas. I treat it as another Sunday, fasting for 24 hours and reading 4 chapters of John's Gospel at each of my 5 prayer times and 5 chapters on the last prayer time, none of which is specified as approved religious observance, but which seems sensible to me in marking the nativity of one of the great ascetic prophets of all time. I don't worship Jesus, I worship God. I read 10 chapters from the Torah every Sunday and the Passover narrative on Passover. If that causes Islamic terrorists to kill me, it seems a small price to pay. So there you go. There's an excerpt from our Gavin Callahan's and my barely civil exchanges of unpleasantness, and I'm going to fax the other 6 pages to Matt Dow and get him to post them on a moment of Cerebus this week, really rubbing it in. If you were Dave Sim and Gavin Callahan wrote this to you and about you, what would you do? And what do you think Dave Sim did? And that'll do it for the weekly update this week. I hope we'll see a bunch of you again next week.